Hypermine.
G'day fellow miners and welcome back to the Hypermine server. My name is Armitage. This is episode 12 I want to say, I think it is. And if you've been watching any of the other Hyperminers, which you should do, they're all in the description, you will know by now that this is a new server. Thanks to T.O. Lone Wolf. We have this beautiful new server. Well, we all kind of contributed a bit, but he's the guy who did all the hard work in getting the server really stable. Like, I can't really demonstrate it, but there was this huge amount of block lag on our other server. Like, you couldn't break a block. Like, let's, for example, I get a bit of sand. If you did that, you wouldn't get the sand for ages, basically. But this server is amazing. It's like a completely different game. Anyway, that's enough about that. You already probably know that. Today's plan, actually I just ripped out a whole bunch of automation because I was having a little bit of an issue, but it turned out to be client side. But not to worry, I can sort that out another time. Today what I want to do is I want to... don't think that'll work down there, so I'll put that back. I want to set something up. Well, first of all, we've had a few updates. If we go down to the reactor room, everything's gone. This is not due to the update, this is due to me pulling it out. Well, it kind of is due to the update, but it's due to me pulling everything out, and I'm putting this little pit underneath where some other stuff is going to go. But we have updated a few of the mods to the latest 1.4.7 versions, and one of those mods was GregTech, and the old fusion reactor that I had here that was generating power for my matter fabricator, that's been changed. The new fusion reactors are much, I want to say more complex. I guess they are more complex. They're slightly larger and they involve more fuel. Like, the fuel needs to be generated a lot quicker, but fortunately Greg has included some changes that make that a possibility. In the fact that you can now overclock GregTech machines. Slightly different to IC2 machines, but it's still doable. So I've pulled the old fusion reactor out here. I have also pulled the old fusion reactor, or the fusion reactor in the lava gen, which was generating my iridium. And as you can see, I've used quite a bit of iridium, and I've used a ton. I've used almost 15,000, probably more like 17,000. I missed it. 17,000 UU matter in building the new stuff for the new fusion reactor. So I'm glad I got that time. So you can see this has all been completely gutted. Took out all the ME system, all the huge wall of centrifuges, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Possibly, I don't know, possibly may tear down the building up there and make this my lava generation plant, and just have this going all the way to the surface, and have like glass up there with panels, solar panels underneath it, maybe like hardened glass or something, or reinforced glass, and have this as my my lava fabrication place. I might even put in this iron scaffolding for flooring throughout the whole area, and make it the same, make it a full, like, it's not quite a full chunk, but I might change that. Anyway, I ramble too much. Oop, that's not the right place. Today what we want to do is we want to, and I've been crafting a whole bunch of stuff. Loads of these advanced machine casings, which is where all the UU matter and a lot of my iridium went, because these require a lot of titanium and chrome to make. We also have a bunch of new machines. Fortunately, the fusion reactors all got changed into fusion control computers, so I don't have to bother making those. Fusion energy injector, fusion material extractor, and fusion material injector. Fusion energy injector, yeah, that's right. And I also need plasma generators. I've made 10 of those. To start off with, I'll only really need one. There was something else. Yes, the fusion coils. And I don't need 48 of them. I only need 32, I believe. So you need a lot more fusion coils. Hang on, I'm just gonna... I did say hello to Lone Wolf earlier. He must have been AFK. We'll need some stuff for scaffolding. I'm going to use dirt. So what I want to do today is get this new reactor set up, and in order to do that, I want to just get the reactor set up today. I'm gonna do the I think it's 1, 2, 3. I think it's 3 out. I'm gonna do the fuel generation at another date, at another time. Sorry. That's not quite right, so it's got to go out one more. I'll do the fuel generation maybe off camera, because it's the same fuel generation system as I had for this, except I have to overclock it. It's hard to judge where stuff is on this black brick. I think this is right though. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so this ring here that I'm laying out with dirt is the pattern that you use for the actual fusion coils. And I'm not going to put it on the ground. I'm going to put it up a little higher than this. So this is where the fusion coils go. I'm going to put it up 2 blocks higher. So yeah, the fusion coils make a pattern like this now, and I'm going to need, I suppose I can just take dirt from here. I don't really need that laid out on the ground. And what I want, I guess I want it at this level here. So up one more, I guess, so I can walk underneath it. So this is the actual pattern that we need. I'm going to take some of this. Wow, flying makes it really slow. I don't need this outline. I just wanted to get the center of this room. So yeah, we'll lay this out. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the same fuel, which was deuterium and helium-3. The only problem is I need to make something, I think it's something like 16 times as much fuel. Oops, fell in the hole. Glad that's not full of lava. Yes, I'm going to need something like 16 times as much fuel. Goodness. I'm going to have to do something about this. I might just cover this up for now. Even though I'm probably going to end up with, like, I don't know, pigmen or something spawning down there. So if we right click on this computer, you can see this is the new layout of the fusion reactor. This central portion here is the coils. These light blue blocks are the advanced machine casings, and these other blocks are where you place things like the power injectors and the extractors and fuel injectors and stuff. So What we need is fusion material extractors. We need those on either side of this. Then over here we need fusion energy injectors, which will go here, 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 and here. And then on this end, here, 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 and here. And the reason I need this many is because each of these stores 100,000 EU and, oh well, is it 100,000 or a million? 10 million EU. And I need 60 million EU to fire up the helium-3 / deuterium reaction. I could put 6 in, but actually I could put 6 in. I could just have 3 on each side. I might do it that way. See how many casings I've got. I just wanted to keep it balanced, keep it nice and symmetrical. And now I need to put fusion material injectors, and you need these need to be on the top and the bottom. Now you could just have one set, like one here or one here and one here. I'm going to put 2 in just to keep it nice and pedantically neat. So one half of the fuel goes in the bottom and the other half goes in the top. So in this case, you know, I'd feed helium-3 in the bottom and deuterium in the top, or vice versa. The rest of the machine is just simply covered with these out of control flight, these machine casings. So, well, the rest of the coils, sorry. So I just go around. These things were so expensive to make. As I said, it was like 16 or 17,000 UU matter to create rubies for the chrome. And then we go. Alright, I have way more casings than I needed. So this is the setup for the new fusion reactor. All that is left to do really is to work out the wiring, and what I might do is I might put these on the inside. What did I just do? Did I just put that back? I didn't. I might put these on the inside. Oop. Fusion energy injector, that's what I want. Just to try and keep it a little bit easier to wire. Which one did I take out? The front one. Because I've got to run superconductor wire to these. And I don't want to touch I don't want to touch anything basically. So the next step is, I've put that in the wrong spot. I want that over there. Right, so I'm going to have to take all this out. Alright, just let me fix this. And I will be back to, once I've moved all this stuff. Anyway, I'll be back. Alright, this is a layout. So the power goes into these. These each store 10 million EU, and they can accept, I don't know, pretty sure they can accept over quad extreme. I think 10,000 EU packets or something. This is where the plasma will be extracted, and these will be the helium and deuterium like inputs basically. And then we will have a single plasma generator somewhere. I've just got to figure out where that will be. I guess the biggest issue is we've got to pump out plasma gas, so I'll go and grab some pipes, and I'll grab some superconductor wire. I don't need that I broke one of those fusion energy injectors, and it came back as machine parts, so not real happy about that, because that was a super expensive item that took way more than just machine parts to build. I got a bunch of superconductor wire, and I have a bunch of liquiduct. Okay, I need quite a few of these, and I'll need some of these as well. That's easily going to be enough. So we're going to have our fuel coming in from this side. So we'll have our 2 fuels coming in. I think we might put that there, and then so you can interface with those. And this will come. This is going to come. This is going to come down. Actually, I might just bring this straight down, and these will go down through the floor, and I'm going to have the tanks down the bottom there. And I don't want to put this pipe in yet, because I want to run both these pipes straight down through here, and unfortunately we have lava underneath, so we're going to have to sort that out as well. And then out this end we will have these, and these guys need to actually be pumping out. So what I might do is I might run these up. Nope, that's not going to work. I should be able to put... So I'm going to put a single plasma generator here. And then I want to make it face up. Yep, that's what I want. And then I'm going to use my superconductor wire. Now these plasma generators generate 2048 EU per tick. So that's enough to keep the reaction going. And keep the plasma flowing, basically. So we'll connect these up. I probably want to surround those wires with glass, I think, because if I get too close to them, well, I basically don't want to fly up, I guess. So we will need some form of power for these. Anyway, I can worry about that another time. What I really need to do is build the tanks down below. Ooh, that's not where that's meant to go. Anyway, I might... don't know if... Oop, I can't reach the bottom. Anyway, this is sort of the basic layout thus far. So this will run and produce plasma as soon as I start inserting fuel, or inputting fuel from the 2 fuel tanks that I'm going to build underneath this place, like underneath. I'll go down here and do it. And I'm going to have some form of getting up and down. Oop, did I break both of those? I did too. I'm going to have some form of getting up and down, probably just a book to get up and down. I might take a quick break and come back to you. I also want to fill these with helium and deuterium, liquid helium and deuterium. So I will be right back. Alright guys, we are back, and what I said was a short break was actually turned out to be about 4 or 5 days, because I had some stuff. I had a couple of assessments at uni, and I had to do some studying and so forth for that. But when I did take the original break, I did a fair bit of work, and as you can see, we have pipes, pipes, and we can go down to here to the fuel production center. You can see the pipes coming from tanks over here. I did this guy first. This is the gaseous helium-3. Basically what I've got going on here is I have a macerator, fairly heavily overclocked macerator, which I have hooked to this extra dimensional storage system. Sorry, interdimensional storage system. And again, I have IDSUs back here. We'll call them IDSUs for now. What I have is I have this macerator, which is pretty heavily overclocked, as you can see. Not quite maxed out, and it's producing end stone dust, which the fuel production storage system can access via this storage bus. What happens is it sends the end stone dust to this router here. It's currently off because we don't need any helium, but it sends it to these 3 centrifuges, industrial centrifuges. And as you can see here, this is a new tool in the GregTech upgrade. It's called a portable scanner. What it does is it gives you a fair bit of information on IC2/GregTech machines. As you can see, it's saying here that max safe input for this is extreme voltage 2048. It contains 100,000 energy. It's got 4 overclockers, 3 transformer upgrades, and 9 battery upgrades. Now, that is one of the new features in GregTech. You can actually, I can't really get in to show you. They're all the same. They're all the same. You can actually upgrade the GregTech machines using the normal upgrades. So what I have basically is I have an item tesseract feeding tin cells into this router, which then inserts them into the bottom of these, which puts the empty cells into the slot it needs to be in. Then I have this router over here, which inserts the end stone dust. And then I have this router here, which extracts the products of centrifuging the end stone, which is, if we scroll to, I don't want to go too far and skip it, this. So it produces helium, tiny pile of tungsten dust, 12 sand, and helium-3, and this is what we're after. So it extracts all of those, and then it inserts them into actually here we go. This ME import bus takes them out and puts them into the system. And down under here somewhere is another item tesseract, which sends the sand, the helium, and the tungsten dust back to my main ME system. Once that's removed the helium-3, the ME system then feeds the helium-3 into this liquid transposer, which then puts it into this tank. And I probably could have just I actually could have just fed the these helium-3 cells directly into the fusion reactor, but I preferred to do it this way with having a liquid tank. It just looks cooler. And this just goes down to here, and in the bottom there's a camo switch underneath. This tank is made of gold blocks. This tank is made of aluminium blocks in an attempt to try and match the color of the liquids or the gases, as I think they are. Yeah, it's gaseous deuterium. So similar thing over here, except I've got multiple routers for depositing and removing stuff from this setup, because this requires me to make hydrogen and also centrifuge the hydrogen. And there's a little where are we? Here we go. There is this emitter here is stopping this import bus from importing stuff from this electrolyzer. And once the tank is full and then this is full, I have the system set up so that it will just hold a few of these cells in the inventory. This end stone dust is what's contained in this macerator, and then in the inventory of the ME system itself is just these deuterium and helium cells. If I was to take some of them out, this would start producing again. I'm not going to bother with that, but what I am going to do is I am going to go back up to the fusion room, because at the moment this is not even on. I haven't bothered to turn it on. As you can see here, I've got a bunch of these plasma generators, and what I've got them doing is feeding back into oh yeah, I do want to turn that off actually. I've got them feeding back into I want to take something out of into this IDSU, which is in turn feeding power into the fusion energy injectors. And the reason I've got so many of these, I need one to feed the IDSU, which is enough to keep the reaction continuing, and because the actual reaction itself takes, if we look here, takes 2048 EU per tick. And then the rest of these, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The rest of these are purely for the machines down here, to keep enough power for the machines that are down in the fuel generation area. So there's, what did I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one for each machine, which is a little more than they need, but it will keep this IDSU fully topped up, and hopefully it'll we won't waste too much in the way of the plasma. But it looks a bit weird. I've got two blocks that look like a plasma thing. This is actually a camouflage switch, so are these camouflage levers. What I do want, though, is a place to actually store the plasma. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear all this out. I'm going to empty this of its lava. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I'm going to tear all this out, and get it ready to accept the plasma. I think I might use this frequency because I've got rid of the tank. So I'll change this to liquid plasma, or plasma gas. Boom. And I'm going to remove all of this Oh, I didn't want to do that. Where did that go? Oh, that was weird. Anyway, I'm going to go through and I'm going to remove all of this stuff. And I will get back to you again, guys. Okay, so the Age of Lava is done. I'm leaving this here for now. It's got the bit of lava stored up in the pipes, but I will tear this down and I'm going to redo this whole thing. I haven't attached any piping to this yet. I do actually want to get rid. I don't think I need that anymore there, so I'll grab another red block. I'm going to leave the tank as red, even though the fluid that's going to be in it is going to be like a golden yellow colour. So we'll just reseal this tank. Yep, it's empty, and we have our liquid tesseract on here set to receive plasma gas. I'm going to go down to the reactor room again. Anytime. I think I'm just going to do a quick /TPS. Yeah, you can see whenever I craft with the ME system, it like really cuts down the ticks per second in the nether. I don't know why, but it does. Fortunately, I don't do it very often. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot that this was powered by the... I'm going to need to change this. It's network input. It'll be behind here. I guess we can get in this way. I believe that's the power tesseract. Energy tesseract. Let us just power it off the quarry perhaps, because I'm not actually using the quarry at the moment. Hopefully that will... Did I do it? Nope. Where is my quarry power? Alright, bear with me and I'll be back in a minute. I'm pretty sure I should have power from the quarry power system, but I will be back shortly. Alright, we're back. I just had to quickly... let me turn my night vision off. I just had to quickly dash over to the mining world and hook up an energy tesseract to my quarry power system. Hopefully that should be providing enough power to keep that fuel generation system alive. Let's just go and check. Yep, fuel production is back. Alright, so we want to put all our blocks back in place, and how was this? So we're missing some... Oh, wait. I'll sort that out later. No, it might actually have been a block missing there. Yeah, so we are... Oop, I was going to try and get up there the old way. We are ready to turn this fella on. No, we're not quite ready to turn this fella on. We need to go back down to fuel generation, or fuel... No, we need to do... go over here. And we need to put... we'll put a tesseract here. And this is going to be send only. And it is going to be connected to plasma gas. That's where we wanted it. Tick. And then we basically, what we need to do is flick this switch. And boom, there we go. We're now producing, we're now consuming, or should be consuming gas, hopefully. Ah, there we are. And there we go. Our plasma generators are firing up. They're filling with liquid. They should be outputting some EU. One of them should be outputting EU. There we go. Pardon me. This will be... this liquid will be coming in here. This is these will stay completely full, and it will actually only consume one of these sides, but for my, you know, to alleviate my OCD to alleviate my OCD, I have made it so that it's like even, and we should be like these. Yeah, so you can see here, this is now, oh well, it was extracting a bit of liquid, and well, our electrolyzer is going again. It's electrolyzing away, and this is off again, but these will, oh, let's see if we can catch one of these guys working. Yeah, see, there we go. 1,000 was drained out, so the fuel's being consumed. Plasma is being created, and it's being fed into these fellows here. You can see there, well, that's slowly going down. So these must be producing a little bit of power. It's 2048 per tick. Yeah, they're starting to produce power because the machinery is running down the bottom. But the good thing about this is, over the old fusion reactor, is that this can be stored. The product of this fusion reactor can be stored and used later. Whereas with the old fusion reactor, if you didn't use the power, it was lost. So we're going to go up to the crucible, and we are going to see that this is starting to fill with the tiniest amount of plasma gas, helium plasma. Have I lost anything in here? This has not used up all its power yet. These guys here should still be... Oh, one's empty. That one's getting drained. That one's getting drained. I'm going to run out of power, unfortunately, I think. And I believe that I would have interrupted... No, it's missing tungsten steel plates. And why is it missing tungsten steel plates? We should have enough tungsten steel to create tungsten steel plates. Tung. There is tungsten steel plates in the system, my friend. There's heaps of tungsten steel as well. Why aren't you rolling this stuff out? I got the recipe for tungsten steel plates. Alright, let's make that recipe, shall we? What's that? Diamond block. That's a dead recipe. So basically, yeah, I can, you know, produce. I can produce that. Change that. Yep. Okay. So it seems to be rolling out tungsten steel plates now. I'm not entirely sure why it's saying it's missing them, because they're there. Oh, it needs 5. That's right. Yeah. So the fuel generated by this, which is probably going to take a little while to fill up, because it's going to be consuming a little bit of it. But you can run, I believe you can run up to something like 30. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I actually want to remove that lever now, because I don't really need it there. Be very careful I don't break. Yeah, don't break the machine. What was I saying? Anyway, I'm getting sort of sidetracked. It will take a little while for this to actually start to really generate a ton of power. So I may temporarily, yeah, until these, breaking everything all over the place here, until until these plasma generators get filled up, I'm going to be a little bit low on power. I'm never going to run out of this helium stuff though, or the deuterium. Pardon me. But I'm pretty sure that this is capable of producing enough plasma to run something like 36 of these generators. So that's a lot. I mean, they all produce 2048 each. So, you know, that's over 75,000 EU per tick. So I should have no real power issues from now on. So that's pretty much it. I've gone on long enough. I've rambled long enough. This is the setup for the new plasma generator, which will basically solve all my issues. I'm going to be running multiple matter fabricators off this just by, you know, probably dangling them underneath the tank, and 2100. But what I really need to do is I really need to set up power converters from BC, or from EV to BC, to keep my other stuff topped up. So what I need is EV consumer. I need BC consumer. Oops. Oh, was the right one in there? Take that and a bridge. I might just set this up right now to give me, because I've got a couple of plasma generators here, as you can see. Oops. Oh, there we go. I've got 12 plasma generators now. I just want one for now, though. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to need another liquiduct. Trying to maneuver myself into a position where I can place this thing. Anytime you'd like to join, there we go. I need to open that valve. I'll remove a few of these, and I will put the EV consumer on here. Bridge. BC producer we need. Right there. We can then reconnect that. Then we can place a camouflage lever here, here, maybe here. Okay, I don't really like the look of that. I like that hardened glass look of the levers. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to make a bit of hardened glass. We'll need something to buffer it out. I don't know if I can get hardened glass back though. And we put our, I don't know if we can't put the lever on top yet. There we go, that's what I wanted. And as I said, I'm not sure I can get the hardened glass back. Oh, yep, I can. Cool. And it's totally drained that tank, but that should last for quite a long time, and it should provide enough power. Interesting, it's only producing 700. Oh, I guess it's the MJ production is limited by the fact that there's pipes here. But these are filling back up again, I think. Yep, filling back up quite nicely. Even that one. Alright, sweet. So that's that taken care of. But that's the first part of the new power generation system. I'm hoping that this will fill up. I don't need to really worry about anything else for now. This, the lava's kind of draining out of this thing now. I'll tear that down and change that all up at another point. But that's it for now, guys. It's been another long episode, and I apologise for that. But it's been fun for me. Hopefully it's been fun for you watching the production of this huge mighty machine from the future. We can see see these are nearly full. That's not quite. Not quite. That one's nearly full. But anyway, that's it. That's it. Again, I've said that once before, I know, but I'm going to call it here. Thank you for watching, guys, and keep on digging.